off my hair and get a tattoo all in the same week and forget how to act. Who is this person? Hello, I just got a haircut. I'm obsessed with it. It doesn't look as good as it did a few hours ago. And in this light, it's kind of insane. But let's take it back to a few days ago when I got my tattoo. This is her. She's very beautiful. It says fools who dream because it's a little backlit if you can't see. It's very symbolic to me. There's like a whole backstory, but we're not gonna go there yet. We're gonna talk about that later because honestly, the exciting part is me getting it. So fast forward to earlier this week when I got her. Hello, we're getting a tattoo today. I'm very excited, I'm nervous. We're going to a really cute studio called Kaneko. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's woman owned, it's full of plants. There's a shop dog that walks around. I am very, very excited. My tattoo artist is named Eeeep. He's very nice. He's sketching my design right now. I can't wait. Think a little more. No, I think that's good.
You like it?
Because also, I have to think about as I age, like when I'm older, my arms are going to be tiny, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's like a little tickle.
Yeah, that's kind of good. That is really kind of good.
Give me the whole sleeve.
Don't make me mad.
Damn, that looks good. How you feeling? Let me see.
You can really see it. Oh, the bandage is like rainbow. Hi, it's the next day. I wanted to show you a little update of what the tattoo looks like. You cannot even tell what it is because of the current healing process, but that is totally okay. My tattoo artist warned me that this is normal. I could expect this. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but I do have a bandage on here. It's a clear one. I can take this off after 3 to 5 days. We're only on day 2. So I'm really excited. I'm itching to see it and have it out in the world and wear little sundresses with it poking out on my arm, but in due time. It really, that actually kind of stings when I hit it like that. But other than that, I really don't feel it. I forget it's there. I went to the museum this morning. When I got there, I was drenched in sweat and accidentally touched it and I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot I got a tattoo yesterday. Yeah, we'll check in again when it looks a little different. Studio. I was just wanting to call and see if you think it would be too soon for me to go to a yoga class. It's not too high intensity, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yoga class. Okay, let me ask real quick.
Okay, thank you. It's Tuesday. This is what she looks like currently. I was literally about to head out the door for my class and then my partner was like, are you sure you should do that? And I was like, it'll be fine. And then I looked on Reddit and Reddit always changes your mind. So I was like, let me just call them.
Hello?
Hi.
No, for sure.
Oh, that was sweet. My tattoo artist got on the phone. He's like, girl, what? I'm like, can I go to a yoga class? Okay. He said to just make sure that if I'm gonna sweat, the sweat doesn't stay locked under the bandage. I don't know if you can see from the distance that you're at, but the waterproof bandage is still on. Kind of, it's peeling off. So he said to take it off either before or after, clean it, and then go ahead and start my Aquaphor process. Originally, he had said 3 to 5 days, but it's been 2 because I got tattooed on Sunday and it's Tuesday, so I think it's fine. He said it's fine. He knows what he's talking about. I don't know. Yeah, so he said it shouldn't affect the outcome of it. I think it'll be okay, you know, it'll be okay. I think I'm gonna do it after though because I really need to head out, but I'm gonna clean it right after, so I will show you me taking it off because that's kind of satisfying, unless that's kind of gross. I don't know, but I feel like if you're watching this, you are curious about the tattoo process, so I'll show you. Okay, a little while later. Excuse me if I am red and sweaty. I just got back from yoga, but let me give you a close-up. They are going to absolutely murder me because I haven't fed them yet. Okay. Ooh, look at this close-up. Wait, this lighting is kind of awful. Oh my gosh, can you hear it? Ew. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's wash it off and then I will show you her in her full glory. I mean, not full glory because she still has to heal, but you know the vibes. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is the soap that I picked up because the general consensus when I was doing some internet searching is that this is the best one. I got it at Kroger for like $4, in case you're curious. Let's do this thing. I'm so excited. Okay, so everything I've read says to massage it really gently and use paper towels to pat dry it instead of hand towels. This isn't my first tattoo. I do have a finger tattoo, but a finger tattoo doesn't really compare to a bigger tattoo on an exposed area of your skin, so I'm really trying to be careful. I did have to be super careful with this also because finger tattoos are notorious for fading, and my tattoo artist was actually really impressed by how intact this still is after a few years. But anyways, I just really want this to last. I think it's so cute and I want to take care of it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, do you see her peeking through? Ah, she's cute. I'm just trying to be super gentle. I'm going in all these areas because my bandage was actually quite big, so there's a lot of sticky residue on the sides. Oh, also, it said online not to use water that's too hot. Your tattoo artist will tell you all of this if you get a tattoo. Don't worry, I'm just really excited, so I'm over explaining. Shut up, it's so cute. Not me soaking my Apple Watch. Cool. Oh, I should have kneeled the whole time so you could see better. Okay, so I'm just rubbing this area because some of the stickiness is stubborn. I'm also about to take a shower. Don't worry. But I wanted to be able to show you this, and I obviously couldn't show you this in the shower. I mean, I guess I could, but I won't. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed with it. I am so relieved by how happy I am with it and the little surge of joy I get every time I just glance at it in the mirror in passing, because I spent so long deciding if this was something I wanted to commit to. Obviously, it's not as extreme as getting a full sleeve, but it is my first arm tattoo, so it was definitely a big decision. Okay, let's give her a fair chance to heal a little bit more, and then I will check in with you. Okay, hi. Wait. Hi, yes, now that we're all caught up, hello! You've made it to the present day. I got my hair cut this morning. I really like it. I have not had my hair cut since 2020, so I was very long overdue for a curly cut. But if you have curly hair, you are painfully familiar with the fear of going to a hair salon that doesn't have experience cutting curly hair and having a very bad experience, or just like me, having tias who swore they were cosmetologists and took kitchen scissors to your head one too many times when you were younger. Maybe that's too niche of an experience, but I feel like it's not. On camera, my hair looks so much shorter than I feel like it feels in real life. Realistically, we didn't even cut that much off. I mean, I guess we did. I don't know. I gave her free reign. I was like, I just want it to be healthy. I just want long layers, and you can go crazy. Whatever you think is gonna look good on me. The main purpose of the haircut was really just to accentuate the natural texture and shape of my hair, which I wasn't able to do anymore because my hair had gotten very long, but it was very dead to the point where these curls were not intact. It was cute, it was wavy, and it was very long, and I loved that, but I didn't have the bounce that I have again now, which I'm very happy about. The thing though about cutting curly hair is that even cutting just a little bit makes your hair look so much shorter because the curls get so much tighter. I'm really happy with it. I went to Crecer Dallas, Spanish for grow, which is a Latina owned hair salon slash plant shop, which is as magical as it sounds. The entire staff is amazing. The products that they use are plant-based. The entire shop is covered in Mexican ceramics. They play reggaeton and they give free drinks. It's right next door to some of my favorite bookshops, some of my favorite coffee shops. I had myself a little morning. It was a beautiful day. Okay, but yeah, I'm so excited about it. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I definitely am making it a goal to get my hair cut more often than every 3 years from here on out. But I also wanted to have a little chat about what this means to me, because I do go back and forth about tattoos as far as whether or not they need to have a significant meaning. So far, all of the tattoos that I have gotten have had a significant meaning, but I do also kind of agree with the point that it's a skin suit and it's fun and it can just be a representation of what you thought was cool at the time. I don't know. I go back and forth about that because I don't make any decision in my life ever without thinking about it at least 100,000 times before making it. But I'm also a very creative person and really enjoy spontaneous things. I also really love the idea of having a place marker on my body of something that I resonated with at the time, even if I grow out of it. I do think it's cool to think about your flesh as a timeline and each tattoo as a little dash that marks a specific period or event in your life, but they're also permanent, so it's kind of a constant back and forth. As I showed before, I went to Conoco, Dallas. Conoco? I hope I'm saying that correctly. I had such a wonderful experience. This was my first time establishing either of those services in Dallas, so I feel like I had such good luck this week. It was amazing. My tattoo artist was named Eeeep. He was wonderful. He actually offers the first touch-up for free, which I feel like is very generous. Maybe that's an industry standard thing that I'm not aware about, but that wasn't the case with my first tattoo. I just thought that was really generous and cool. I also really loved that this tattoo shop had the waterproof bandages that you could keep on for several days without really worrying about it. And it was just in a cool part of town. They had a shop dog running around that I didn't actually get to see, but I did hear him. And anywhere that there's dogs, there is Rosalie. They just exist on the same field. And with all of that being said, I still haven't talked about my reason for getting the tattoo. So, as you may or may not know, if you've kept up with my videos this year, I was in treatment for a pretty prolonged period of time earlier this year. It was an experience that dramatically altered the course of my life for the better. I am currently in recovery. I will always be in recovery, and I feel really proud of that. I am incredibly wholeheartedly proud of myself for seeking treatment, and a mantra that I have stuck by throughout the past few months is hope is an act of rebellion. I know that love is real because I am living proof of it. So for the longest time, I wanted to get hope as an act of rebellion as a tattoo, but I had mixed feelings about having the word rebellion on my body. I did really like the mantra, and this might be reading too deep into it, but that just felt like too aggressive of a word to have on my flesh. Not that rebellion is inherently aggressive, but I didn't want to have to explain what I meant, my interpretation of it, for the rest of my life to people. There's also factors to take into consideration, like I'm not sure what career field I'm gonna want to be in, and while the landscape of hiring people who have tattoos is changing, I don't know where it will be in 5 years, and I don't know if I could end up regretting having something like that on my skin. So the way we got here is I was having a conversation with my therapist one day, and I remember saying something along the lines of, I won't be a fool. I won't look like a fool. She stopped me dead in my tracks, as she often does. Shout out Antoinette, bestie for the restie. She says to me, well, why not? What if we reshaped what a fool looks like? So then we got into a conversation about what the fool means in tarot, and how the fool represents a person with childlike spirit who goes into new experiences without the fear of being hurt in the past. A person who's not afraid to try new things or have hope or trust the universe because they are not holding on to pain from a past situation. I resonated with that a lot, and the thing is that the meaning behind this tattoo can continue to be peeled back like layers. I mean, the more I talk about it, the more perfect it feels. There's another component that is my CPTSD that I've lived with for quite some time now, and in that diagnosis, feeling like I don't have control of my body. And one of the ways in which that has manifested into my life is by me dressing as modestly as possible. Me having my arms out right now, talking to you in a tank top, is a revolutionary act. This is something that I would not have done 6 months ago. Honestly, maybe even 3 months ago. I know it might sound so funny to somebody who really can't resonate with that at all, but the ways that our trauma manifests often don't make sense. Most of the time they don't make sense, in fact, and that is just one of the things that I've had to unravel. Specifically because, to be quite honest, it's really a simple reason. Moving to Dallas, I have experienced living in over 100-degree heat for the majority of the year with so much humidity. It simply was not sustainable for me to keep covering my body up so much all the time for no good reason. I was getting dehydrated. It's just not good for you to not regulate your temperature according to the weather. I was sweating down my back when I was just going for a walk. It was just not a pleasant experience. I deserve to feel comfortable in my own body in all of the different ways that that means to me. And so having this tattoo placed on this specific spot was an act of empowerment for me, because not only is this a phrase that I wholeheartedly believe in, but I have it on a place of my body that I previously wasn't sharing with the world, and now I get to wear it like a badge, and it feels really fulfilling. It feels fulfilling. It's challenging. I'm sitting here very uncomfortable. I will probably watch this video back and feel uncomfortable. I will probably edit this and have to watch this takeover 20 times and feel uncomfortable. And also, I'm so proud of myself for leaning into that discomfort and continuing to lean into all of the feelings that come with my diagnosis, and for taking the challenges with such great stride and having hope. If there's one lesson I've learned this year, it really is just that hope is an act of rebellion in a climate that encourages hopelessness. I thought for such a long time that in order to show that I cared about things that I was passionate about, I had to be the most educated on them. I had to be the most angry about them. I had to be the most active in fighting the issue. I had to be the most enraged. I had to be talking about it all the time. I had to always be making so many comments. I had to be pointing out the cynicism in everything. I had to be this realist who was oblivious to nothing and had passion like no other. And while there is an incalculable amount of value in being educated on topics and having that passion, I had to learn that I could do more good for the world by A, taking care of myself, B, not giving up, and C, contributing hope to the conversation instead of more hopelessness. Now, that is not to say at all that it is your responsibility to be positive all the time and that we should ignore things like inequities and research that is emerging, but it is to say that I feel 100 times better when I'm scrolling through Instagram and I read Future Earth's weekly post about 10 things that happened to move the climate change movement forward this week, as opposed to doom scrolling and seeing videos of the great garbage patch in the Pacific. There are realities that we need to be aware of, but there is also so much innovation that we can contribute to the conversation, and we can only be innovators through being charged by hope. So yeah, I told you it was a long spiel, but I feel good about it. Some days are harder than others, some weeks are harder than others. I will have another hard day again. I will have another good day again, but I don't feel dissociated from my body today, and I consider that a win. So thank you for being here. Oh, let's also will I ever stop talking? Okay, this is my channel. I can talk as much as I want. I also just want to say a bit about the curls, about being a curly girl or whoever you might be. It took me such a long time to get to a place where I could go out in public with hair like this. The influences around me when I was younger were predominantly white, so I found myself conforming to that beauty standard for such a long time, and it wasn't until my late teens, early 20s that I'm still in that I began to feel comfortable in my natural hair color, my natural hair texture. And while it's totally okay if you have curly hair and you simply do just prefer altering it, I have to say that it is so empowering to give yourself permission to explore your appearance, try new things, and validate your natural form, you know? I'm not gonna tell you never to straighten your hair again. I'm not gonna tell you never to change the color of it. I'm not gonna tell you never to get extensions. I mean, I would do all of those things. I probably will do all of those things. What I'm telling you is that you are inherently valuable regardless of whether or not you adhere to conventional racist beauty standards, and you deserve to feel good in your body in whatever way that looks like. You deserve to present however you feel most comfortable, and I hope that you have fun figuring out what that is. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If you have made it this far in the video, I know that this is just a baby tattoo. It's not like I got a sleeve or anything. This is quite dramatic, but it means something to me, and thus it means something. I will leave all of the information below for the places that I went. Definitely check them out if you are in the Dallas area. Please feel free to comment or DM me if you have any questions. I will try to help as much as possible, as much as I can. Definitely not an expert on tattoos or hair by any means at all, but I do have the experience of growing up with a head of very curly hair and overthinking tattoos into oblivion. So I also do have a knack for sentimentality, which some would say is a strength. Others might say it's a weakness. Some would say it's a strength. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. And I would like to take a moment to leave a message in a bottle for future me and make a bet on how many tattoos I think I'll have by the end of this year. Let's say 4. I'm gonna say 4. Am I right? I'll see you there. I guess you'll have to stay tuned to find out. Okay, bye. Take care. Oh, also, look at this little mini terrarium I got at the plant shop. Look at it. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Please. Okay, that's all.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as though